Good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. We've got some new video in from multiple police agencies on the west side from a chase early this morning. And while I have seen many chase videos in my career, this one is pretty unique, mainly for its low speed and how long this took. Normally, if we're telling you about a chase that took an hour and a half, we're talking about multiple counties, multiple jurisdictions. Well, in this case, while it lasted for an hour and a half, it only went through four very close communities. We're talking about Westlake, Avon, Avon Lake, and Bay Village, because even though this started as a high-speed chase, it did not last long. And when we say high speed, he was doing 58 in a 35 zone. Then he hit some stop sticks. In fact, between these agencies, there were multiple attempts, at least 4 or 5 attempts to use stop sticks. There were more than 5 attempts to use a pit maneuver. That's where they take the back end of the police car and try and get the car that's trying to evade them to spin out. The problem is when that car is only going 6, 10, 12 miles an hour, it's pretty tough to get that car to spin out. First, let's show you our suspect in this case. He was taken into custody after this at least lengthy time period. This is Nathaniel Blevins. He was eventually cited for OVI, driving under suspension, meaning he didn't have a license, failure to comply with officers, running red lights and stoplights. But let's take you to this chase. Now, we have about 22 minutes of this video. We were not going to bore you with 22 minutes of parade-style video. I'm telling you, some of you joggers out there would have been able to run faster than this car was going at times. So we didn't think it was worth your interest for sitting here for 22 minutes. But let's take a look at some of the video. You see there were a number of cars just following this Mr. Blevins, and they were trading positions. Now, one of the reasons he is going so slow is you'll notice his right tires have been punctured. He hit at least one set of stop sticks very early on, and this is about as fast as it goes. Caught on camera here by the Westlake Police Department, or I believe this is from Avon PD. We had also gotten video from Westlake, who actually ends up, Westlake started this. You're going to see here's the first of a couple of pit maneuver attempts, and it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't do anything because the car's not going that fast. You're going to see here just how slow the chase is going. There's room for another officer, another agency to join in. There's no threat of losing this guy because he's just not traveling above the range of speeds that get called out over the course of this. We're 10 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour. It eventually does. There was another attempt at stop sticks that had to get out of the way. You can see he's traveling on the wrong side of the road here. One of the things he is cited for. Notice the tire is almost completely off on the back passenger side of this vehicle. Officers were in position, again, from 4 different municipalities. They even had the canine unit from North Royalton, but here he is rolling through and I promise you that we did not put this in slow motion. This is in real time, rolling through a red light. It does eventually turn green. I think that still qualifies as running a red light, even though it takes you 15 seconds to get through it. It is still a problem. Now, if you notice, watch in the upper right, the pit maneuver has happened. He's now in the ditch. They did manage, and I think they were probably helped by the drizzle that you can see on the screen. And we'll show you now from Westlake's angle. This is the officer that's going to attempt the pit maneuver at very low speeds, and he's eventually going to run off into the ditch. You're going to see this officer now spin up and turn around. And here is the arrest. Take a listen.
Keep coming. Keep coming. One more big step, bro. All right, step to your left. I got shield.
Officers were very calm, gave him directions to get out of the vehicle, keep coming, walking backwards. Everything was fine.
Yeah, well, kind of find a little hard to trust you right now, buddy.
No resist there, and you did hear the officer say it's going to kind of hard to trust you right now. That we couldn't make out what Blevins said, but it was something to the effect that he's not going anywhere. And you heard the officer say, "Oh, it's kind of hard to trust you right now." Again, this is Nathaniel Blevins, now facing charges of OVI, operating a vehicle under the influence, driving with a suspended license, failure to comply, running red lights and stop signs. And again, we'll just show you some of this video just to show you how slow it was. It was basically at parade speeds is what is the best way to describe this. But the fact that it went on for an hour and a half, officers attempting stop sticks more than 5 times, attempting more than 5 pit maneuvers. Just an odd morning. This all took place from about 12:50 this morning to about 2:20 in the morning. That's an hour and a half. And it went through the communities of Westlake, Avon, Avon Lake, and Bay Village, again at very slow speeds. We'll let you see this pit maneuver.
7778, drop out. We get no cruiser, sir.
It's just tough to do a pit maneuver when there's no speed involved on this. Again, this was video we just got in today, so we wanted to bring it to you. Remember, there is some severe weather moving into the area. Want to make sure you are weather aware. Hopefully you have the 19 News weather app, so that the Cleveland 19 weather app, so that you can stay ahead of this. We've got soccer on 19 News right now. If that when that ends at 5 o'clock, we'll be on air. If the weather gets to a point to where we need to break into soccer, we will do that on Channel 19. A live look into downtown Cleveland, getting some of those ominous skies as these storms are moving through, I believe, about the Sandusky area right now. So make sure, again, you are weather aware and turning on the 19 News app, the weather app, and we'll bring you the very latest. If we have any other breaking news, it'll be right here on our digital platforms. Until then, I'm Dan DeRosa with 19 News. Have a great day.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media at Cleveland 19 News.